Thank you for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I'm Mervin Matthew. Coming up, kudos for St. Joseph MP Honorable Kelver Darroux. Dominica's sole electricity company makes a contribution towards the independence celebrations, and we will also bring you highlights of last weekend's cultural finals. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories right after the break.
A lot of bathtubs are blamed for bruises. Some staircases are accused of being responsible for broken bones. Doors are occasionally viewed suspiciously as causing lesions. A high percentage of tables are accused of producing bleeding or trauma. Violence against women is a crime, and it's everyone's responsibility. It's inexcusable. If you're a victim or witness of physical or psychological violence or abuse, seek help and denounce the perpetrator.
Thanks for staying with us. Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett has commended the Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the St. Joseph constituency, Kelver Darroux, for his commitment to his constituents. The Dominica leader told residents of Bells recently that the Honorable Darroux continues to work hard in the interest of the community's development.
We cannot set aside the fact that this young man is a hard-working young man, a committed young man, and he has demonstrated his ability to deliver to you. And I am saying to you that I have the highest regard for him and his efforts and so forth.
In more news, Honorable Minister for Social Services, Community Development and Gender Affairs Gloria Shillingford believes that the celebration of independence is an ideal opportunity to promote Dominica's culture. The Honorable Minister, addressing the start of Cultural Finals Part 3 in Cabarets on Sunday, reminded nationals that cultural preservation and the promotion goes far beyond the color and dance associated with that time of year.
It is the spirit or way of life of a people, the friendliness, the hospitality, the love for community and country, the pride and dignity that make us who we are.
Dominica Electricity Services Limited (DOMLEC) has taken up its responsibility to contribute to the development of the island's culture. Commercial Manager of DOMLEC, Nathaniel George, presented a check to the Acting Chief Cultural Officer, Jacinta David, on Tuesday at a Dominica Festivals Committee press conference. David expressed gratitude on behalf of the Division of Culture for DOMLEC's donation to the enhancement of the country's independence celebrations.
They've been doing it over a number of years, and we are very grateful to DOMLEC for that. This year's theme is Our Nation, Our Responsibility, and DOMLEC, I can see, has been living up to their responsibility to ensure that culture remains alive and that the festival continues to survive. So on behalf of the Cultural Division, thank you very much, DOMLEC, for your continued support and your continued partnership with us. Not only with the independence celebrations, but there are a number of events that we do throughout the year, like Domfest and Emancipation Celebration, and DOMLEC also supports us on that with these events. So thank you very much, DOMLEC.
DOMLEC is also a corporate partner of the 18th Annual World Creole Music Festival, along with Dominica Water and Sewage Company Limited, which has partnered with the festival since its inception. Other partners of the WCMF include Liquor and Brewery Products, which will be providing Caribbean, and Dominica Brewery and Beverages Limited, which will supply the festival with a variety of drinks. The Dominica Cancer Society is working to bring the fight against breast cancer to the forefront of the public's conscience as the month of October is observed globally as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. GIS News had the opportunity to speak with Cancer Care Coordinator and the Public Relations Officer of the Cancer Society, Vina Roye, on Tuesday.
Cancer really affects everybody. Everybody. If it is not you, it is a friend from your office or your friend's mother. So really and truly, by now, we have said it so often that cancer is everybody's business, that the whole of Dominica has become conscious of that. And so we are asking people on the 17th to wear something pink, right, in support of the fight against breast cancer. It's really been a fight. When I think of the 7-8 years now that we've been pounding this awareness drive, it has been a fight.
According to Roya, the highlight of this month's activities was the fundraising awareness walk, which took place on the 4th. The PRO also informed that the Pink Day has been organized for the 17th of October.
And this one really is a breast cancer awareness. Pink is the color associated with breast cancer. And so on the 17th, I think, would it be a Friday, I hope, we are expecting everybody to wear something pink, especially our ladies. Of course, the men too, it's nice to see a man wearing a nice pink shirt or a pink armband or something pink. A lot of men do it in support of their wives and their girlfriends and their daughters.
Roya was pleased to relate that a few schools have also taken up that campaign.
Convent High School have come on board from last year, and they've been doing a wonderful, wonderful job. The initiative that these young people have been able to get into is just phenomenal. They had a very great time last year, and this year I think they're putting on some concert. Then St. Teresa is the pink house at Convent, and so it is St. Teresa house. It's the pink people. I mean, they've really, really gone to town with cancer awareness, breast cancer awareness, and so they too have an activity during this month, right? I understand the college itself has an awareness.
To help spread consciousness about the illness and the importance and urgency of getting examined, Roy said the Cancer Society has welcomed a few business partners this month.
They're offering a special service where persons who come into their offices during this month of October are getting special discounts, and there will be some information package available at Big Edge. I know also that Medicus Diagnostic have always, for the past 3 years, been giving us discounts on persons who come in for mammograms. So you get a 20 or 25% discount on mammograms, all women who come in for a mammogram during the month of October. And we're encouraging our women to do the mammograms. Take advantage of this. We are only halfway the month, so you have the rest of the month to go in and do a mammogram.
Roy stressed the importance of the mammogram, advising that a more reliable form of testing is required, as conducting self-tests with the use of one's fingers may not be accurate enough to detect the cancer lumps. While the focus this month is on breast cancer, the care coordinator says the Cancer Society always uses a holistic approach, and she encouraged individuals to get examined for other forms of cancer as well. This would include doing pap smears to test for cervical cancer and prostate-specific antigen tests to detect prostate cancer. Dominica's World Creole Music Festival is proving successful in its 18 years of production. This is according to Leroy Charles, WCMF agent and Director of Tourism Colin Piper, who informed at the press conference last week that this year's festival will be started by a Caribbean professor. Charles says Professor Brown from the University of Trinidad and Tobago will attend the event this year with the sole purpose of gathering sufficient information to possibly add the study of this festival to the school's curriculum.
That professor, Miss Dr. Brown, that's the name of the professor, and that professor will be coming out to do a study on the World Creole Music Festival and to actually see if it may just be a subject matter in the curriculum at the University of the West Indies. So that's all, again, in keeping with how important the World Creole Music Festival is to the Caribbean. So Dr. Brown from Trinidad will be coming down to actually study, what the festival is, the history, and what it entails, get a first-hand experience of the festival then to do a document so that the festival can be part of, the studies at that particular university.
In more news, head of the psychiatric unit of the Princess Margaret Hospital, Dr. Griffin Benjamin, says mental health care in Dominica has improved. The doctor was speaking with GIS News on the occasion of World Mental Health Day 2014, which was observed on October 10. He reported that with the improved facilities at the unit, the improved environment and care, better outcomes are being realized. A large part of the solution is the involvement of family in the treatment regimes.
Once we admit somebody's family on this ward, we will not send the person home until the family comes to talk to us. And usually, once a family member hears that the family is on the ward, everybody gets alert, because that's not where they want their family to be. Psychiatry, they could be on any other ward, but psychiatry is not a ward that families generally want to associate. In fact, it is such a problem for us to the extent that we advise families to work with us.
Dr. Benjamin, who has been positively impacting mental health care in Dominica for the past 15 years, says reports are that mental health care in developing countries like Dominica produce better results than more developed nations.
In third world. Now, our figure is better than that which you see in even the United States or developed countries. And the simple reason for that is in a third world country, a developing country, we have more time to be with people who are disabled than if you get mentally disabled in the United States. You more end up in an institution because people don't have time. People have to go to work. They have to pay everything. They have a busy society. So recovery in the United States might be 46%, or in developed countries. In third world countries like ours, Dominica, 60% of people recover. So the success rate is good. We used to admit people to the psychiatric unit permanently before. This used to be the place they stay. I've been here for 14 years and we have not placed a single soul on this ward to stay beyond 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks. Because we get people, family well, they get well.
He says the plan is to integrate mental health care with primary health care for even better results. The community mental health team's program of activities for this year's observance included a seminar with primary health care officials.
We are saying to primary health care, we are good at treating people with diabetes and hypertension. We enjoy doing that. That's what makes us doctors. Not enough of us are treating people with schizophrenia. So and schizophrenia is a chronic, non-communicable disease. So the seminar is about living with CNCD, stroke, schizophrenia. And we are collaborating with primary health care and health promotion. And we are collaborating with Dr. Rickett, epidemiologist, to let healthcare workers realize that they can treat schizophrenia the same way they treat diabetes.
Asked about the public's attitude to mental illness now, Dr. Benjamin responded this way.
The attitude, I think, is better now. The awareness is better. Every year we do a campaign to advise Dominicans about the state of mental health. And I think when I look at the patient's attitude to us, when I look at the patient's willingness to come to us for care, it is much better than when I joined the service.
The proper management of waste disposal and recycling help address global climate change by decreasing the amount of greenhouse gas emissions and saving energy. This is one of the motivating factors behind the work of the Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation as the organization continues to drive to promote recycling and proper garbage disposal. Acting General Manager of the corporation, Florian Mitchell, says the size of the island should not hinder its people from playing their part. He adds that every household should take responsibility for managing waste.
We also want to advocate that your garbage is your responsibility. I mean, you went to whatever department store, you purchase your material, you enjoy sardines or you enjoy corned beef or you love juice. Please adhere to the collection day and times for your community. Ensure that you have a proper receptacle for your waste. Ensure that that receptacle is in a way where rodents cannot get into it, where you do not get water into that container.
Mitchell says the corporation also has bins which meet international waste management standards available for sale to the general public.
If you're in the rural district, we make those bins also available at your local village council office. We also have a payment plan. You could, same way you go to any of those department store again and you get something on hire purchase. At Soil Waste, we offer the same facility. You could just deposit X amount of dollars, then you get a bin.
The Dominica Police Force continues to adopt a zero-tolerance policy for another year of the annual World Creole Music Festival. Addressing the Dominic Festivals Committee's final press conference for the WCMF, Superintendent of Police David Andrews solicits all to work in cohesiveness with the force to ensure safety and security.
This year, the police will develop a robust operational strategy, and that is going to be enhanced with a non-tolerant policy, or sometimes we say zero tolerance, which will be effected by establishing and implementing an uncompromising security measure throughout the festival. We will seek to reduce the probability of any critical incident through a well thought out contingency plan. Our general security will involve crime prevention, intelligence gathering, traffic control, and management and security within and outside of the Windsor Park Stadium.
Andrew outlined these security measures.
Patrons will purchase their tickets at the ticket booth and then proceed to an entry gate. Having gone through the entry gate, entry to the venue will be allowed on presentation of that ticket, an invitation or accreditation, as well as going through the search lane. You will be checked, scanned, bags will be searched, your equipment, your car will be searched, and receptacles. Once that is done and we are certified that you're cleared, you will be given your armbands. No firearms will be allowed into the venue. This is to say, even if the firearm is a licensed firearm.
He added that no weapons or any article that can be adapted as a weapon will be allowed. This includes cutlery, nail files, scissors, matches, lighters, and the like. Additionally, smoking should not be conducted within the venue and unauthorized vending. He cautioned motorists to avoid leaving electronic or food items on seats and visible areas of the vehicle that may attract potential thieves, as well as to ensure all doors and windows are locked. Homeowners are called on to inform neighbors and relatives of absence when leaving the venue so that they are able to distinguish usual from unusual. And finally, this news time call Creativity and Dance marked the culmination of the 2014 Cultural Finals last weekend. Cultural Finals Part 1 was held in Marigot on Friday, while Parts 2 and 3 were held on Saturday and Sunday at the Matutus Park in Grand Bay and the Cabrits in Portsmouth, respectively. Individuals and groups sought to capture top places in the competitions, which included drumming, cort, ballet, quadrille, flirtation, jingping, and mazouk. We now bring you a few highlights of last weekend's competitions. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce comes up next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, mon public là qui mérite de terre, qui t'a payé plus facile si l'on ordinateur qui caille metti en département là. Parole celle-là sur du registrar ou du Walsh.
Pour nous faire bitin plus aisé pour nous ba mon service. Nous ne pour développer, nous ne pour implement technology. Nous ne pour faire bitin moderne. Avec ça nous fait civil registry pour fait peine tout bagage sur computer. Nous voulons faire pour title section là, land titles. So si un monde vini, les monde vini oti nous, alors de l'année qu'a vini encore, au plus bas. Avec yo madino, you pour certificate of title you pour tell you Castle Comfort, tell you do dand. Nous sani al sur computer and mettez yo avec ce title là, and pige un bouton avec title you print. Avec ces original title là, nous sommes mettez nous as a storage. Bien sûr, mon a copy of title yo actuellement, yon se staff mais title ni pour lever. Yo ni pour garder aller à volte là, yo ni pour garder pouille. Moun la ni pour garder chup s'il est allé. On ni pour venir à des jours encore pour essayer de taper. Tout bagay ça ka gaspiller temps. Il ka fait plus difficile pour faire business. Ou d'être les copies pour vendre quick qu'on le fait ati bamba, on le fait ati contract avec moun la ka aller plus tard ou demain. So ni pour wait pour copy ou d'être copy ou même à back là pour les acheter ou ça taper là-bas nous plus easy. So les bagay computerized ou venir oti nous sani ou ni ba nous non avec nous sani once you taper now payer $5 pour papier ou tout bagay pas ni problème pour copy ou once information là nous sani voyer print. So you can faire bagay plus aisé, nous pas ni pour lever staff moi aller there là garder pour title document pour aller mettre à sur photocopy machine tale tout bagay ça fini puis nous les try modernize registry pour faire bagay plus aisé pour faire business ici avec pour faire aisé pour staff moi-même faire travail so you can faire travail plus vite avec benefit yo avec benefit tout le monde.
On a tout fait première phase pour le système de Bells lancé. Si l'on officier relations publiques compagnie de Wasco Edward Regis, projet ça là qu'a vu un gros intake bâti.
Nous commençons à Bells avec Penrice, nous lancer projet ça encore lundi, semaine ça. Projet a même déjà commencé, il commencé plus bonnet mois septembre, il a commencé un projet ça. Et projet ça même nous couper en deux phases. Première phase là, nous avons bâti un intake neuf, là nous avons pont gloire avec ça c'est en bas moins 3 pitons là, nous avons pont gloire ça c'est bon gloire même avec nous avons fait ça nous avons un intake. Et nous finissons faire intake là, nous avons bâti dame pour chebe gloire pour tuer ces moun là, nous aussi pour pomper gloire là nous avons point avec nous pour aussi faire chimé pour aller là. Tout ça en bas phase première phase en projet.
Alors nouvelle management solid waste qu'a créé à ce public là pour faire toute bagaille chaîne environ là bien propre pendant festival créole mondial l'année là. Parole celle-là sur officier relations publiques pour management solid waste Dominique Jeno Jacob.
Solid Waste a continué pour travailler puis Dominica Festival Commission pour faire certains qui nous massent toutes les ordres en Windsor Park Stadium là. Comme ça est important pour nous faire ça parce que nous pour protéger moun Dominique et puis moun qui a venu Dominique pour voir 3 jours musique festival ça là protéger yo de maladies vous savez qu'il y a des maladies ça monte Dominique et puis si on est là oui par exemple nous après ça nous attends nous problème et puis virus on la terre si on est là oui mais puis on n'a pas disposé nous disent bien ça virus ça tape quoi pour faire dommage en Dominique pour ça pour nous faire ce que mon poubelle vous savez pour mettre les ordres et puis nous savons adopter bloc bins là en Ozo nous mettre 67 adopter bloc bins en Ozo. Et puis ça, même c'est pour moun mettre litre, vous savez là, vous finissez manger, on boit un petit jus, ou en poubelle pour mettre boîte ça là. Parce que nous avons dit Dominicain entier pour n'en ça là, pour festival ça, ou musique festival ça là. Peut-être qui yo éduqué quoi, yo éduqué les enfants, yo éduqué madame, yo prochain yo, tout le monde fait ce qui nous garder nous fait police Dominique, comprendre pour secteur qui Dominique reste et puis Ozo reste net et puis propre.
Finalement, police Dominica a mis toutes mises en place pour sécurité publique là, qui a continué le festival créole mondial. Selon ESP David Andrew, police qui fait toute bagaille, ça a créé zero tolerance pendant le festival là. Il a créé à ce public là pour one mois suivre toute weg bagaille qu'on l'occasion pour procurer billets, bailler ou la patrons supposé want way ou la you can screen yo, et puis bagaille comme ça. Police qui a aussi créé à ces patrons pour pas aller au festival là et puis bagaille qu'on faisait et n'importe bagaille qui peut servir comme ferme, pièces fumées, ni lighter ou mes éléments et puis moun qui pas ni autorité pas supposé qu'à vendre en l'occasion là. Moun qui ni voiture et puis ou aller festival là, ka aussi taper avis pour sécuriser voiture ailleurs. Généralement police commande public là pour corporation ailleurs pour 3 nuits festival là. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day.
The WASCO recognizes that clean water is vital to healthy living. Therefore, it spares no effort in providing a clean, safe, and reliable system. Help keep our rivers safe and clean. Do not cut trees along the river banks and do not pollute with garbage, human or animal feces, and chemicals. Think water, think life.
Whether you're heading off to spin class, boot camp, or any other exercise, it is important to hydrate so you can stay energized and have your best workout. Electrolyte-loaded athletic drinks, though, can be a source of unnecessary calories, so drinking water is usually fine until you're exercising for more than 1 hour. But worry not if you like a little flavor during your fitness. There are now lower-calorie sports drinks available, so look out for them in your grocery stores. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website at news.gov.dm. Like us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Mervin. Thanks for watching.